Good evening, dear students. In my last video, I have discussed with you the series LCR circuit and resonance in it. In my current video, I am going to discuss with you the parallel LCR circuit and resonance in it. So first of all, let us try and understand what is the circuit diagram for this type of circuit. Here are three elements R, C and L which have been connected in parallel with respect to a applied voltage source, which is the AC source, E equal to E naught cos omega t. Now I want to tell you over here that whenever there is a parallel connection, current across each element would be different, whereas voltage across the each element would be same. That means the voltage across the resistance is equal to E, the voltage across the capacitor is again equal to E, and the voltage across the inductor is also equal to E. So now this voltage source sends a current I which gets divided over here. A part of it means IR flows through the resistance and the rest IC plus IL flows in the forward direction. Again at here point, from this current IC flows through the capacitor, whereas IL continues to flow towards the load inductance L. Now this conductance current IL again joins the current IC over here. They become IC plus IL. This IC plus IL is again rejoined by the current IR at this point, and the total current in the circuit again becomes I, which is equal to IR plus IC plus IL. Now here I want to draw your attention that since in parallel connection the currents are divided, voltage remains the same, so I am going to use the equation here as I equal to IR plus IC plus IL. So first of all, I wish to find out IR. So to find IR, what I am going to do is, let the voltage across the capacitor the voltage across the resistance R is VR. So VR can be written as IR into R using the Ohm's law. Now I know the voltage across the resistance VR is equal to the applied voltage because all the three elements have connected in parallel across the external voltage source. So I will write this equation simply by putting VR equal to I, so that I will get this type of equation. VR equal to E means IR into R equal to E naught cos omega t, the value of E and the value of VR. From here I will get IR as equation number 78. Now to find IC, I will proceed in this way. Let Q is the instantaneous charge, means charge at any instant on the plates of the capacitor. So I can write voltage across the capacitor VC equal to Q upon C. But again this voltage is equal to the applied voltage E because capacitor is connected across the voltage source in parallel. So using the value of VC as Q upon C and E as E naught cos omega t, I'll get this equation. Again differentiating this equation, IC, which is the rate of flow of charge, comes out to be this 79th equation. Now similarly I wish to find out IL. To find IL means the current across the inductance coil. I will proceed VL equal to L times DIL upon dt. This is Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. So cross multiplying and putting the value of VL and E. See, this VL is equal to the applied voltage E. So VL using L into DIL upon dt and E naught cos omega t, and cross multiplying, then on integrating you will get IL as E naught upon omega L sin omega t, equation 80. Now I'm going to use these values of IL, IC and IR, see over here as IR, in my equation total current I, which is equal to IR plus IC plus IL. So using the values of IR, IC and IL, I'll get this type of equation. So from this type of equation, collect the like terms and make it as the coefficient of cos omega t as 1 and the coefficient of sin omega t as R times omega c minus 1 upon omega L. Now in this equation, you have to put the coefficient of cos omega t 1 as a cos phi and the coefficient of sin omega t r omega c minus 1 upon omega L as a sin phi. So that I'll get I is equal to E naught upon r as it is. 1 means a cos phi into cos omega t as it is, then minus r into this as a sin phi sin omega t as it is. And keeping a as common, I'll get cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, which is cos a plus b, means cos omega t plus phi. So I'll get equation number 84. So now I know the current I. From this equation, I can go for squaring and adding the values of equations 82 and 83. I'll get this type of equation. On the right hand side, cos square phi plus sin square phi becomes 1, that is equal to a square. So from here I can go for a which is coming out to be as this equation. And on dividing the sin phi divided by cos phi, I'll get tan phi is equal to this. These two equations are very important equations because they are the resonance defining equations. Now, using this equation 85 in 85 equation in 84, I'll get this equation. Now, this equation can be further modified as taking this in the denominator by making its power as minus half. I'll get this equation. And what about this E naught upon this? This is taken as to be Z, the effective impedance offered by the parallel LCR circuit to the flow of AC. So I'll get this equation, 87th equation. So now you can, students, compare your equation 87 with your equation E is equal to E naught cos omega t. So obviously the current I and the voltage, applied voltage E, they are not in phase with each other. Rather, there is a phase difference between the two, which is given by this phi. So here, because plus phi is there, so current obviously leads the voltage by an angle of phi. That means conclusions from this equation is this value of phi depends upon the relative values of omega c and omega L. Now see, here three cases arise. If omega c is greater than 1 upon omega L, tan phi would become positive, means the current leads the EMF. If omega c is less than 1 upon omega L, phi will come out to be negative, that means current lags behind the EMF. And what happens at the resonance? Now see, what is the minimum current in the circuit? The current would be minimum when this denominator has the maximum value and cos omega t has the minimum value. The minimum value of cos omega t is, say, minus 1. So in that way, I'll get I naught is equal to E naught upon Z. This is the maximum current, not the minimum, sorry. It is the maximum current I naught through the circuit. This happens only when this cos terms becomes the maximum value. Alright. So this, hence I naught depends upon the omega because Z depends upon omega. So now from here I can go for resonance in the parallel LCR circuit. So see, here I wish to tell you that whether the circuit is a parallel LCR circuit or the series LCR circuit, resonance always happens to be at a frequency when omega c is exactly equal to 1 upon omega L, or you can say omega L is exactly equal to 1 upon omega c. So in that case, this difference becomes to be 0. If this difference is equal to 0, my tan phi becomes 0 and the frequency comes out to be 1 upon LC the square root. In that case, my current amplitude I naught, it simply becomes E naught upon 1 upon R square 0 the square the power minus 1 by 2. And on solving this equation, your current simply comes out to be I naught, it is equal to, which is the minimum value, E naught upon R. So see, R is maximum, so current becomes minimum. So hence impedance is maximum at the resonant frequency and the current becomes minimum. When the impedance means the opposition to the flow of current is maximum, so obviously current becomes minimum. So obviously phi is equal to 0. That means I and E, the current and the voltage, they are in phase with each other at resonance. So this type of variation is shown here in the graph. So I have plotted over here the current versus frequency graph, for which at frequency omega naught, my I naught, the current amplitude becomes a minimum. It takes a depth at this point. That means this is totally reciprocal of the graph that has been obtained in the series LCR circuit. That is why this is the basic difference between a series LCR circuit and the parallel LCR circuit. In series LCR circuit, the current amplitude was maximum. The curve was like this in the opposite direction. That means in series LCR circuit, at resonance, the current amplitude is maximum, whereas in parallel LCR circuit, the current at resonance is minimum. This is the basic difference between the parallel LCR circuit and series LCR circuit. I hope you find this video quite easy to understand. If you find any problem, you can talk to me. Thank you so much.